Yeah, good idea as well. Hey, Whiskers and Charlotte. Puss puss. A big cat. Hey, big cat. Hey, what's going on, Whiskers? Hey, Whiskers and Charlotte. Looks like you need a bit of food there, don't you? You can clean your water bowl out. Deary. I got this one from work. Another one I threw in the bin. Yeah, they're gonna try and put my initials on all the stuff they're gonna throw out. I asked them, any matters or electronic stuff, put initials on it, will you? They're onto it, so gotta keep an eye when they're doing cleanups. Anything in that skip bin that I like, it's mine. This was thrown out mainly because it had corrosion on it. It was sitting on a gearbox on a conveyor belt, upside down like that. Because it was always gets washed down, water sat inside here. It's filled up with water between here, this mounting plate, the bell housing and the gearbox. It's all filled with water, and water went past that seal, rusted the spring retainer inside it, the spring inside the clamps, the seal around the shaft, but that spring rusted away. The water's gone into there, seeped into the sealed bearing, and actually filled the bearing with water, and the bearing's gone crunchy. It's quite noisy. So yeah, a bit too much corrosion and pitting, so it made it not worth their while fixing it. So they're just getting near motor. Too much corrosion. These and Tico are the only best electric motors that there is around nowadays. The rest are all just friggin' made in China anyway. STW Euro drive motors are nice, but they're very high quality. They're probably the best you can get nowadays of the electric motors that you can get. Yeah, these Chinese made and Tico are Taiwanese made. A lot of the Tico ones typically use cast iron most of the times. CMG being Chinese, always just use the cheapest material, aluminium. There's also Metric brand motor. They're also made in China as well. Some of their Metric range is made in Taiwan as well. But yeah, they're just too consumable nowadays. You can't beat the old motors. Just gonna terminate that. Terminate it and VFD it. I put some new grease in their bearing and flushed it out and got the crap out of it. Put some new grease in it, so that should be alright. Just going to wire it up, put the VFD on it. I've also got another score from work, a clothes dryer. One of the colleagues threw a clothes dryer in the bin. So I'm going to try and do some fun things with that. It's got a nice motor in it, timer, so yeah, why not, eh? A little bit, probably not worth fixing anyway because it's all figured in rough shape. It looks like they bought it second hand. It's a vintage early 90s, late 80s Simpson. It's not much to it. They are main motors seized. All the grease has just gone to gum. God, stinky bastard. There's bath max. Alright, here's a little dryer. Hey Charlotte. Hey Whiskers. Puss puss. Simpson Maxi Dryer 1200S. It's a pretty cheaply made model. Made in Australia, of course, when Australia used to make some stuff. Nowadays it only breaks it. This drum's actually collapsed. It's actually supposed to go inside a little Kevlar bearing behind this front part here. This has been dropped in the scrap bin. If I can try and fix that, I might be able to I've got an idea for this. I'll see how it works out. What I want to do, take the original motor out and put that wood plane, bolt that wood planer on the back of this thing and drive it at 16,000 RPM with a wood planer. It's considered bloody motor seized the buggery. It's gummed up. I remember I used to fix these. I used to fix quite a lot of these old dryers actually when I did work experience at a local appliance repair shop. Nothing much goes on in these. You get the motor bearings. Oh, they are stuck. Oh my god, what's the motor filled with? Super glue. Bloody Nora. I hope it's not burnt out. What normally goes wrong with these little things like this? We used to take the front doors off. There's a little Kevlar, like a strip of Kevlar. This drum lip has to rides on. They used to always fail on these, just replace those, and these are good to go for another 50 years. So take the back off this thing when I get to that motor. Actually, that doesn't look like it's attached. Oh, it's broken. It's not attached anymore. Oh, hang on, no, duh. That's why the motor's not turning. Yeah, whoops, that's only a fan, you idiot. That's only supposed to run the fan. Duh. The motor has a shaft that goes all the way through. There's a belt that goes around the outside of the inner drum. There's a pulley on the other end of this motor shaft that drives it. That just runs a fan. That's right, I remember now, it's all coming back to me. It's only just a cheap belt which runs like a solid rubber cord that drives that fan. Well, let's pull the back off this thing, get to the fix this drum up so it spins again. Have a look here. It's a bit broken up. Ooh, she's melted the active pin. Ooh, yeah. Probably because it's never cleaned or something. Check the heating element and everything. This thing's a house fire waiting to happen. Bloody Nora. Look at the dust in this thing. Yeah, never let this accumulate inside your dryer. That's a house fire waiting to happen. That's bad. The heating element's in there, the fan. Oh, I've got a redneck fan heater. There's all this sitting in the heating element, all this fluff, lid, just sitting inside on the heating element itself. A little bit charred and burnt. Yeah. You want to burn your house down? Don't clean this. It's a good way to do it. Yeah, some of this. What is it? Oh, a dead mouse. Look at that. Yeah, always clean these bloody things. Depending on how often you're using them all the time, well, yeah, clean them and clean them and clean them again. Nice sort of motor. But it's coming out. This thing's not going to work again. Not worth fixing. Got a nice belt, which looks like that'll fit the wood planer. It will too. Nice. Nice big long fan belt for the wood planer. Yeah, it's not going to go again. Alright, I'll pull this apart, take the wires out, unplug the heating element. Might work as a good ballast. Yeah, it's all been nailed together. Look at that fluff in the heating element, not a good idea. Nora, you must clean these things out, can't stress it enough. Old fan heaters are the same, always clean them out. Look at the crap in there. Here we go. Bit black and charred, been burnt. This is the Kevlar I'm talking about here. So this is easily replaceable if it wears out. Used to do these all the time. I think you can buy that stuff off eBay as well. It's called Kevlar, I think it was Kevlar belt or rope or something. It's good stuff. Well, let's get that motor out. And that thermo trip out so they come too. I kept the controls and the rest is scrap metal. Got a timer, got a switch. That's pretty much all there is to it, not much. It's not worth modifying this to a direct drive to throw bricks in because it's just not built strong enough. It's all apart. Bloody clock exploded when I pulled it out. It's blew to pieces. Deal, Germany. Dated 1988. 2nd of January 1988. How old that machine was. As you can see, sleeve bearings for you. Oh man, it's stuck. They come off and there's like Kevlar fabric cloth grease pads in there. Not going to show the pole motor. I like this switch idea though. It just uses a micro switch for the actual switch contacts for the centrifugal switch. I like that idea, it's very serviceable. Cheap and low powered but serviceable. My main active and neutral goes in there. That's it. Nothing really went to that one, I don't think. Start, active neutral goes in there, starts it. So that jumps to that one, so I've got to jump from there to there. That should be it. That's my run, my main comment there. Start, run, active goes to here. I don't use that one, that's like connected to anything. Put that on there as a reminder. That's it. That's how it was. Between here and here were the switches. So this is switch, this one. Wire the front, there's a micro switch on the door. That's just the vent part. Two thermal cutouts in there if it gets too hot. There's a heating element in front. The main heating element is that big ring. I could in theory straighten that out, make it nice and straight, and make a little strip heater for bending plastics to make things with. This thing will fit my wood. This thing would fit my wood plane too. Put my wood, replace this with a wood plane motor. Yeah, it won't take the speed. Anyway, that'll be enough for now. Thanks for watching.